The notification came at 2:47 a.m. I was sleeping in my car, parked behind a grocery store in Phoenix, Arizona. My phone lit up with the kind of message that makes your blood run cold. It was a screenshot from my cousin, and when I opened it, I saw my own face staring back at me. A photo of me at my lowest moment, posted on Facebook, by my own mother, with a caption that read, "This is what happens when you don't listen to your family." 28 years old, no job, no husband, living like a homeless person. Pray for my daughter's soul. There's some likes, 89 comments, all from people I grew up with, all laughing, all agreeing, all calling me a failure. My hands were shaking. Not from anger. From something deeper. Something that felt like my entire identity crumbling. But here's the thing they didn't know. They didn't know what I was building. They didn't know what was coming. And 18 months later, when I finally posted my response, every single one of them went silent. This is that story. To understand what happened, you need to know where I came from. I grew up in a small town in Texas, population 4,200. The kind of place where everyone knows everyone, where gossip travels faster than the internet, and where family reputation means everything. My family was what I call publicly perfect. Sunday church, neighborhood barbecues, big smiles for the cameras, but behind closed doors, it was different. My mother measured success in a very specific way. Marriage, children, a husband with a good job. That was the formula. That was the only path. And if you strayed from it, you were a disappointment, a problem, something to fix. My older sister followed the formula. Married at 22, 2 kids by 25. Beautiful house, minivan in the driveway. My mother worshipped her, showed her off like a trophy. And then there was me. I was the one who asked too many questions. The one who wanted more. The one who didn't fit. At 24, I told my family I wanted to start a business. An online business. Something in content creation and digital marketing. The room went silent. And then my mother laughed. Not a kind laugh. A sharp one. The kind that cuts. "You?" That's all she said. "You?" Like the idea itself was ridiculous. Like I was ridiculous. My father just shook his head. My sister smirked. And I felt something break inside me. But I didn't give up. I moved to Phoenix, cashed out my small savings, and I started building. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. And nothing was working. I burned through my savings faster than I expected. Clients ghosted me. Projects fell through. And slowly, my life started falling apart. I lost my apartment. I couldn't afford food some days. I was sleeping in my car, showering at a gym I could barely afford, working from coffee shops during the day, charging my laptop wherever I could. It was humiliating. It was terrifying. But I kept going because I believed in what I was building, even when no one else did. And then, the post happened. I still don't know how my mother got that photo. Maybe my sister visited Phoenix once and snapped it without me knowing. Maybe she had someone watching me. It doesn't matter now. What matters is what she did with it. She posted it publicly, for everyone to see. She exposed my lowest moment. My sleeping bag in the back seat. My unwashed hair. My tired eyes. And she used it to prove a point. See, I was right. She should have listened. That was the message. Not concern, not love. Just validation of her own beliefs at my expense. The comments were brutal. Old classmates calling me a loser. Family friends saying they always knew I'd end up this way. My aunt commenting, "Some people just can't be helped." And the worst one? My own sister. She wrote, "Maybe now she'll come home and get a real job," with a laughing emoji. I read every single comment that night. Sitting in my car, tears streaming down my face. Something inside me died that night. But something else was born. A fire. A quiet, burning determination. They wanted me to come crawling back. They wanted me broken. But I made a decision that night. A decision that would change everything. I whispered it out loud. Just to myself. Just to the darkness. I will never give them the satisfaction. I didn't respond to the post. I didn't call my mother. I didn't defend myself. I went completely silent. I deleted Facebook entirely. I blocked every family member on every platform. And I disappeared. For 18 months. No contact. No updates. Nothing. And during those 18 months, I worked, not just hard, obsessively, relentlessly. I took every skill I'd been learning and sharpened it. I studied content creation like my life depended on it. Because it did. I landed one small client, then another, then another. I started a YouTube channel in a specific niche. Monetized it in 4 months, then started 3 more. I learned about algorithms, audience psychology, retention strategies. I became obsessed with understanding what makes content work. And slowly, the numbers started climbing. By month 12, I was making $10,000 a month. By month 15, $40,000. By month 18, I had built a content portfolio generating over $127,000 per month. I moved into a beautiful apartment, bought my first car, a new one, paid off every debt, and I finally started breathing again. But I never forgot that post. I never forgot those comments. I never forgot what my family did to me. And now, it was time. I reactivated my Facebook account on a Sunday morning. The same day of the week my family always gathered for church. The same day they'd all be online afterward. Scrolling, gossiping, judging. I crafted my post carefully. No anger. No bitterness. Just facts. Just truth. And a quiet kind of power. I posted a photo of myself, standing on the balcony of my new apartment. City skyline behind me, dressed beautifully, healthy, glowing. And I wrote this. 18 months ago, my family posted a photo of me at my lowest point. They called me a failure. They mocked me publicly. They laughed at my dreams. Today, I run a digital content business generating multiple 6 figures annually. I own my own home. I travel when I want. I answer to no one. To everyone who laughed, thank you. You gave me the fuel I needed. To my mother, I hope one day you understand that love doesn't look like humiliation. I'm not coming home. I've built my own. I posted it. And I waited. Within 1 hour, it had 200 reactions. Within 3 hours, over 500 comments. But the most satisfying part? The silence from my family. No comment from my mother. No comment from my sister. No comment from my aunt. Nothing. Just silence. I later found out from a distant cousin that my mother saw the post during lunch. She dropped her phone. Actually dropped it. My sister apparently said nothing for the rest of the day. Just stared at the screen. Refreshing. Watching the comments pour in. Comments from people saying I was an inspiration. Comments from people calling out the original post. Comments from strangers defending me. And the narrative shifted. Suddenly, I wasn't the family failure. I was the one who made it. The one who proved them wrong. And they couldn't take it back. They couldn't edit history. They couldn't spin it. The receipts were there. Forever. 3 days later, I got a message from my mother. For the first time in a year and a half. It said, "I'm proud of you." That's it. 3 words. No apology, no acknowledgement. Just pride. Now that I was successful. Now that I made her look good. I stared at that message for a long time. And then I closed it. I didn't respond. Not out of anger, but out of peace. I realized something in that moment. I had spent my whole life trying to earn approval from people who were never going to give it. People who only loved conditionally. People who only showed up when I was winning. And that's not family. That's audience. Real family celebrates your potential, not just your results. Real family shows up in the darkness, not just the spotlight. And I finally understood. I had to build my own family. Chosen people. People who believed in me when I was sleeping in my car. People who encouraged me when nothing was working. People who saw my value before the numbers proved it. Those are my people now. If you're watching this and you feel like the outcast in your family, if you've been mocked for your dreams, if someone you love has tried to publicly shame you for daring to be different, I want you to hear me. You are not crazy for wanting more. You are not delusional for believing in yourself, and you are not obligated to stay loyal to people who hurt you just because you share blood. Some families lift you up. Some families hold you down. And sometimes the bravest thing you can do is walk away. Build your own table, create your own legacy, and let your success be the only response they ever need. Not revenge, not anger, just quiet, undeniable proof that you were right all along. Because the best response to someone calling you a failure is becoming everything they said you couldn't be. And you don't need their permission. You don't need their blessing. You just need to believe in yourself long enough to prove it, one day at a time. Even when you're sleeping in your car. Even when the world is laughing. Because they won't be laughing when you rise. Trust me. I know. My mother still messages me sometimes. I read them. I just don't respond. Not because I hate her, but because I've healed past needing her validation. And that's the real victory. Not the money, not the success, but the freedom. The freedom from living for someone else's approval. The freedom from a story that was never mine. The freedom to finally fully be myself. If this story resonated with you, if it lit something up inside you, leave a comment below. Tell me about your moment. The moment someone counted you out, and how you proved them wrong, or how you're still fighting to. Because I see you, and I believe in you. Even if no one else does right now, keep going. Your response is coming.